So here I have this LG TV and it just flashes. You can see the logo, the LG logo there, but it doesn't remain on there. That's the screensaver there. You can see it moving. Oh, turned on a little bit there. And then it turned off again. Let's try to find out what's wrong with this machine. Since we saw the logo, that means that your main board is fine. And we also saw the logo, that means probably your power supply is fine as well. And the issue is to do with the backlights. Right here, it sends about 200 volts, and there's series LEDs. We have several of these LED strips in the back, and if one of them goes bad, then the electricity can't flow down the line. So we'll be refixing some of the LEDs in the back here. To do that, we have to remove the speakers and this stuff so that we can get at the LCD panel there. So I'll be removing this stuff here and these cables. With the two metal brackets off, then you want to remove the little ribbon cable by flipping up the black tab. And this removing, disconnecting these cables here. Then we have these little plastic tabs, and just to make sure that it can move freely, like so. Alright, now we're ready to remove the screen. We can flip it over.
Sometimes the LCD panel is taped on, so I just use a razor blade to cut off the tape. And to remove the screen, you want to use some suction cups. I got these suction cups from Canadian Tire. It just makes it a lot easier to remove the screens because the screens are very fragile. And if you ever get a cracked screen, you can't really replace them. So suction cups work well to remove the LCD screen.
Alright. So now we get the inside of the TV here, and all these LED strips are in series, so we'll be using LED tester to find out what the bad one is. And underneath here you'll see that it has the little plus minus for testing, so I'll test each of these strips. You can see that one right there is not lighting it up at all. So we have a bad LED here. All the other ones seem to be okay. So the whole TV doesn't work because of that one bad LED. And so we can determine the voltage of this with this LED tester because it will show the voltage, and I'm going to turn on 4 of them, and we're measuring about 22 volts there, so it's like a 24 volt for 4, so that means that we have 6 volts per LED. So here's the bad LED, and if we put the plus minus, it doesn't turn on at all, so it's definitely dead. So we'll just nip off the top here. Use a razor blade to peel that off. So here's my replacement LED here, but on this version the positive is here and negative here, but this small pad is my positive, so I'm going to have to make sure it doesn't short out when I put it on. We can easily do that by putting a little bit of electrical tape just right here in the middle, so that when we put the positive will just be on the bottom there. Just like that. And we'll put that on with a little bit of solder paste. I have a little bit of liquid solder here.
So this is what liquid solder looks like underneath the microscope there. It's basically a liquid with micro little balls of solder, and when you use the heat gun, they just melt together and it forms a seal there. You can see that's the tip of my soldering iron there, and when it gets about 300 degrees or so, it starts to melt and then it can form. It's just a lot easier to attach the LEDs using liquid solder. You can Google liquid solder and order some, and it just makes it really efficient to attach the new LEDs onto the LED strip.
And then we'll put the new LED right on top, just like so. And you can take off this because when you heat it up, you don't want to melt this paper. So I'm just gonna put a little weight on that, and then I can get my heat gun in there and heat it up. To glue the filter caps on, I just use just regular old shoe glue here. Seems to do the job. Okay, let's test it out now.
A quick way to test that all your LEDs are working is just to plug it in on the bottom there and have power, and it should turn on. If the LEDs don't turn on, this means that you have more bad LEDs, and when you replace them all, they all should light up. Now you just have to reassemble the TV, and you should be good to go. So hope this was helpful. And you can hit the like and subscribe if you like technology. And I will see you in the next repair video. It's also a good idea to turn down the brightness so that your TV lasts a lot longer as well. Okay, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video there.